I am baffled that here we are in 2024, and despite all the advances that we have been making in medicine, we still have debilitating diseases like multiple sclerosis, cancer, and diabetes that have gone on with no cure. Hi, I am Theodora, a dentist and a nutritional therapy practitioner. Now, originally I had planned a different video for this week. However, I was inspired by Dr. Aaron Boster, who did a presentation on cures and multiple sclerosis. Now, I agree 100% with what Dr. Bosner said as far as many cures that are out there. However, I do differ in opinion in how and why we don't have these cures as of yet. So let's present them to you today. There are two pathways to curing multiple sclerosis: prevention and then treatment. Let's start with prevention and the Epstein Barr virus. The video highlights a strong link between the Epstein Barr virus and multiple sclerosis. Epstein Barr virus is, some of us know it more commonly as mono, the kissing disease. In the United States alone, 95% of the population has had this virus, and around the world, 90% of the population has had this virus as well. Now, what they are finding is patients with multiple sclerosis, when they are tested, nearly 100% have some form of the Epstein Barr virus in their body. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you had to have had the symptoms. The virus is definitely present. So what they are trying to link it together is saying, okay, well, if we can get rid of the virus, and if we can get a vaccine for the virus, then that perhaps means that multiple sclerosis, since multiple sclerosis needs this virus to enter the body in order to become activated, then if we can get rid of one, we won't have the other one happen. So this is why many tests out there right now are being formed on and getting a vaccine for the Epstein Barr virus. Now, I completely, after listening to Dr. Bosner, I completely agree. Oh my God, if we could do this, this would be wonderful if this is one of the links between this virus and multiple sclerosis. However, I am very wary about how fast we could get this vaccine, and if we could even get this vaccine. And I'll tell you my reasonings. I did some digging into the histories of vaccines. It seems that we started to really use vaccines as early as the 1700s. However, it wasn't until 1960s that we had a huge influx of vaccines. We had a development for measles, mumps, and rubella. And then it slowed down a little bit more in the 70s, and then maybe one or two in the 80s, and then it just kind of slowed down progressively thereafter. And for me, the way I look at it, at one point, medical research used to equal cures. And now I feel that medical research equals profit. Now, why do I feel that? I feel that because I'm concerned that the pharmaceutical industry focuses on profit, maybe hindering the development of life-saving cures. While the scientific research once was equal to cures, it seems that now the research equals more of a profit making. Why do I feel that way? Because let's look at COVID-19. A vaccine, within 6 months or so, a vaccine was developed. And right now in the United States, we have about 5 companies developing different vaccines for COVID-19, but all of them require boosters year round. You have to keep, it's just one booster after the other, which tells me that look how fast they develop these vaccines. Look what has been done with vaccines in the past, where you get one vaccine and it's done. But now that, it seems like medical research or the pharmaceutical companies they're making these vaccines, but it's something that you have to keep coming back for. So it's almost like a profit margin. So I feel that an EBV vaccine may be a distant reality unless it would require a multiple booster shots and continue, so they could continue to make a profit. That's why I'm a little hesitant about how fast we could possibly get this vaccine into effect. Now let's look at treatment. Let's look at treatments for those of us who already have the disease. There are 3 potential avenues of medications that could address and possibly cure multiple sclerosis. The first one would be a neuroprotective medication. This could possibly safeguard the nervous system, particularly the brain, from neural damage, but unfortunately, such a treatment does not exist as of yet. The second one is remyelination medications. This could possibly protect and stabilize the myelin sheath, which is an insulation layer around our nerves. Those of the brain and the spinal cord could be protected from any further damage, but again, unfortunately, those also do not exist. And the only existing medication that we have to date are the anti-inflammatory drugs, which aim to slow and prevent new lesions by reducing inflammation in the central nervous system. While there are numerous options within this category, they merely manage symptoms rather than curing the disease. Now, let's take a look at why I feel that the development of 2 of these medications may not happen so quickly. Pharmaceutical companies seem to be more interested in profit than in cures. By focusing on symptomatic treatments, they ensure a continuous demand on their products. This profit-driven model is evident by the aggressive marketing tactic employed by the industry. Pharmaceutical companies now directly target consumers through television commercials, bypassing healthcare providers. These ads create a demand on specific medications, often without patients fully understanding the potential risk or benefit of the medication. For example, let's look at the recent popularity of Ozempic, which initially was only prescribed for diabetes, now is on demand for weight loss, and pharmacies can't even keep this medication in stock. This highlights the clever power of pharmaceutical marketing strategy that has happened over time. The video conclusion was the comparisons of diabetes to MS. Diabetes at one point was a life sentence, and now can be controlled with proper diet, exercise, and insulin supplementation. Just like diabetes, multiple sclerosis can be controlled with proper nutrition, exercise, and supplementation. To me, this was the best takeaway from this video because this is the philosophy that I live by. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Aaron Boster for the informative content. I look forward to watching more of his videos. As for my channel, I plan on staying focused more on nutrition for the time being. I thank you for your attention, and I look forward to the next time that we get together. But for now, beijinhos, abraços, adeus.